From KSAT 12, Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning. Happy Sunday. It's 6 a.m. Thank you so much for joining us. And Sarah, it is April. Is this the last time we're going to take these sweaters out?
You know what? We had to celebrate because yesterday was beautiful dress day because it was humid all day long, and today is sweater day.
It's sweater weather.
Sweater weather. We won't have too many days like this left before the brutal summer months, as you know.
Fold them up. Put them away for several months.
Yeah, right. And, it was a very noisy night last night around midnight. That's when some of these storms moved through the area. As we go ahead and take a look a little bit closer to San Antonio with the showers and storms, those are well to the east of San Antonio right now. And what we're looking at is really just cooler air in place. It's 54 in San Antonio, 53 in New Braunfels, 51 in Kerrville, 48 in Rock Springs. Good morning, Rock Springs. It's chilly out there. 59 in Del Rio and 59 in Carrizo Springs. Temperatures are some 15 degrees cooler than how we started off the day yesterday. And I want to show you the pictures of even some hail that fell last night. This was just south of Timberwood Park, nearer to Stone Oak. And you can see at least quarter-sized hail fell in that area, but also some good rain fell around San Antonio. I'll have a look at those rainfall totals and what you can expect for the week next week coming up in just a bit. Sarah.
Sarah, thank you. New this morning, San Antonio police say an officer shot and killed a man at a home overnight after the suspect crashed into two patrol cars while trying to get away. This happened just after midnight on the northwest side on Cheviot Heights. Chief Floyd McManus says the situation actually started yesterday when the suspect hit a woman with his vehicle at the home. As police were serving an arrest warrant late last night, officers say the suspect got into a vehicle and tried to reverse between two police patrol cars. SAPD says while reversing, the suspect also ran into an officer. That's when a second officer opened fire, hitting the suspect in the chest. EMS arrived and tried to save the suspect, but he died. The officer was taken to the hospital to get checked out. Chief Floyd McManus says the woman who the suspect originally hit is in the hospital and has serious injuries. Well, this morning, San Antonio police still haven't revealed more about a suspect who stabbed a 70-year-old man to death at a public housing complex. Investigators say it happened around 2 p.m. yesterday at the O.P. Schneibel Apartments on the 900 block of South Main. When officers got there, they found the elderly man with stab wounds. They arrested a suspect who police say had a knife in his hand. Police haven't shared the suspect's identity, but they say he's in his 30s. They took him to the hospital to be treated for his own injuries. In your morning headlines, 2 people were killed at a block party shooting in Memphis, and at least 6 others were hurt last night. Police say up to 300 people gathered for the party. The department had initially reported a total of 16 gunshot victims, but later said there were 8 victims, including the 2 people who died. No suspects are in custody, and it's unclear what led to the shooting. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken is heading to China this upcoming week. It's his second visit to Beijing as America's top diplomat, and it couldn't come at a more tense time globally. The U.S. is concerned about China's support for Russia during its invasion into Ukraine. North Korea and the future of Taiwan are also expected to be massive talking points during Blinken's 2-day visit. Last year, he went to Beijing to stabilize relations after the U.S. shot down a Chinese spy balloon detected over American military posts. And the House of Representatives on Saturday passed a series of foreign aid bills that include aid to Ukraine, Israel, as well as a possible TikTok ban. As ABC's Allison Cossack reports, the bills will now be sent to the Senate as a package.
The House passed a massive $95 billion foreign aid package Saturday after months of delays. The package included 4 bills, one with nearly $61 billion in aid for Ukraine, another with more than $26 billion for Israel, and a third with $8 billion going to the Indo-Pacific region, including Taiwan. Also included, legislation to force the sale of TikTok by its Chinese parent company if it doesn't divest. However, House Speaker Mike Johnson's push to see these aid bills through could cost him his job.
You do the right thing and you let the chips fall where they may.
The Speaker relying on votes from Democrats to clear a key procedural hurdle to get the bills to Saturday's vote. GOP hardliners not happy.
Mike Johnson is a lame duck.
Are you ever going to bring
He's done. He's done.
Marjorie Taylor Greene did not move to oust the Speaker on Saturday before the House adjourned until April 29th, although she claimed her coalition against Johnson is growing. Now that the bills have passed in the House, the Senate will begin consideration of this foreign aid package on Tuesday. Allison Cossack, ABC News, New York.
Well, the rain didn't stop Fiesta goers from dancing through the night at the Taste of New Orleans. Avery Everett and photojournalist Gavin Nesbitt take us behind the scenes of the Fiesta staple.
Well, I'm here to get all the culture, the Texanite spirit, the New Orleans spirit. There's so much culture and heritage and history with us and who we are.
This is our 12th year out here doing Taste in New Orleans.
What is that sort of connection to be able to merge your New Orleans side with your San Antonio side?
You know, part of the reason we moved here so many years ago, I guess it was like 17 years ago, we moved here. We came to visit some family and just fell in love with it. And so we set up shop and never looked back. We love it here, love it to death.
Why are the beignets so good? Tell me.
Because there's powdered sugar on them.
Obviously.
Yeah.
There's so many different cultures represented here. It's cool. It's something that represents what's purely San Antonio. Shows off like so much different stuff.
When you taste that crawfish over there with that crawfish ball in there, that's where you got to go. That's the main thing. The main thing right there. If you don't go there, you don't need to come here.
This is actually our first year doing a Taste of New Orleans. So we're like the new kids on the block. This is going to be a crawfish boil. Comes with sausage, corn, and potatoes.
Craig, I have a confession. I've never had crawfish before.
Are you serious?
Never. Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
Like upgraded shrimp.
Upgraded
baby
shrimp.
Lobster.
Whoa.
Did he say baby lobster? That's really cute. If you missed Taste of New Orleans yesterday, don't worry, it's happening again today from noon to 10 p.m. To find out ticket information and how much everything costs, just head over to KSAT.com. And there's still a chance for you to enjoy a special party at the Battle of Flowers and Flambeau parades. Scan one of these QR codes on your screen to buy tickets. They include assigned seating along the parade route, food, drinks, and a chance to hang out with some of us, our KSAT 12 staff. While you are at it, you can sign up to be a KSAT insider to be the first to get access to special events like these in the future. I will be at the Battle of Flowers. Sarah Spivey will be at both.
I'll be at Battle of Flowers.
She'll be at Battle of Flowers. Okay,
maybe Flambeau.
Maybe Flambeau for me too. We'll
Maybe.
chat about that. Okay, we'll let you guys know. 608 and 54 degrees. 54 degrees on April 21st. It's chilly out there. What a beautiful shot that is. Hey, we got some rain last night. It was amazing. And are we going to see rain throughout the week for Fiesta? Sarah Spivey will let us know when we come back. Sarah, it's 54 degrees this morning.
It is 54 degrees this morning, and I'm sure you heard the storms last night. Yeah, a lot of storms throughout the area. Some even dropped some hail, and people posted pictures on our KSAT Connect. Just want to show some of these. Take a look at this. It looks like there's snow in that planter. This was at Canyon Springs. Some pictures of the hail sent into KSAT Connect. If you have pictures of the hail, please send it to us. You can do that on our weather app. There's a camera icon down at the bottom, and then also just look KSAT Connect online and you'll find it. This was in North Bexar County. This was near Timberwood Park, and you can see at least quarter-sized hail there. At least quarter-sized hail fell. Wilderness Road and Canyon Gulf Road. So again, we had some of that hail for northern Bexar County. The rest of us really just saw some good rain. And here's a look at the rainfall estimates from the radar. And you can see, as was expected, there were those that received some good rain and those that received rain, but just maybe not as much as you wanted. Anywhere you're seeing these greens, that's where at least 3/4 of an inch to an inch of rain fell. There was really an area in Gonzales County that saw right near Gonzales, saw about 2.5 inches of rain. So some good rainfall amounts there. Near Seguin, close to about an inch of rain for Seguin. New Braunfels also saw quite a bit of hail, about 1/2 inch to an inch of rain there as well. And in San Antonio, you can see very clearly all these areas in the green saw some good rain. Downtown San Antonio, about an inch. Near Elmendorf, about 1.5 inches. Near Lackland and Leon Valley, about an inch as well. Again, anywhere you see the greens, that's about 1/2 inch to an inch of rainfall. The area that is most impacted by drought right now, we'll go ahead and look at the drought monitor here. And I'll circle the area that's most impacted by drought. This is an area of extreme drought for Fredericksburg, Kerrville, Bernie, Medina Lake, down toward north of Hondo. It's this area that's most affected by the drought. And when we look at rainfall, it wasn't extremely impressive. Most of these areas saw about 1/4 of an inch of rainfall, but there was one area in northern Medina County where they got about 1.5 inches of rain. So again, some decent rainfall amounts as expected, pockets of higher rain. All of that rain has moved on off to the east, and we're left with some cool weather right now at the airport. It is 54 degrees in San Antonio, 50 in Bernie, 51 in Kerrville. We've got a stout wind from the north, gusting up to 25 miles per hour right now, and we'll see those wind gusts of up to 25 to 30 miles per hour throughout the day, so a bit of a breeze. And as we look at your KSAT 12-hour forecast, cloudy this morning, but peaks of sunshine later on today. Around noon, it'll be 60 degrees, only 60. And then in the afternoon, partly cloudy and 68 for the high. It'll be much cooler than average. The average high this time of year is 81. It'll be 71 in Del Rio, 68 in Carrizo Springs, 64 in Kerrville, 64 Bulverde and Bernie, 68 in Floresville, 68 in Nixon Smiley, 69 in Hondo. As we take a look at the forecast here, low humidity tomorrow and great for the river parade. It's going to be chilly, 50 degrees tomorrow morning, a high though of 73. Low humidity as Niosa begins, and then it'll become humid again by Wednesday. Only isolated rain in the forecast for the remainder of Fiesta, which is good news. Guess that Niosa rain rock will be hard at work for folks. So keep in mind, too, I'm going to talk a little bit more about how the humidity will increase in the middle of the week. And I've got your Taste of New Orleans forecast coming up.
Thank you, Sarah. I mean, like Fiesta and humidity go hand in hand.
Hand in hand, hand in hand.
It's 6:15 and 54 degrees. Fiesta is a great time for fun and food, but that's not always the healthiest option for those with diabetes. Next, how health experts say you can manage your condition during Fiesta. Let's take a look at the lotto numbers. Pick 3, 831, Fireball 9, Daily 4, 5891, Fireball 8, Cash 5, 723, 25, 28, 34.
Lotto Texas, 19, 33, 35, 39, 48, and 49. And we got Powerball 4, 35, 41, 44, 58, Powerball 25, Power Play 3. Good luck.
The corn on the cob, smeared with butter and red pepper. Oh, I could go and eat that forever.
He knows exactly what he's craving. So a lot of us have weaknesses for Fiesta food. Everything's delicious, but it's not always great for you. And so in the interest of staying healthy, Stephania Jimenez went to a class that teaches people with diabetes or pre-diabetes how to manage their condition.
I try and stay healthy, but you have to be aware.
You've met Steve Samet. He's 74 and, like a portion of San Antonians, has type 2 diabetes. He's getting help with that through a self-management class at UT Health San Antonio.
Did you ever hear, do not eat carbs? Stay away from the white stuff. We talk about from what is diabetes into healthy eating. We talk about the medications.
Registered dietitian Nora Katowski helps patients manage their diabetes through these classes. She says that begins with a balanced breakfast.
I love eggs. We do typically recommend if we need to lose weight, maybe, add another egg that's just the egg white, remove the yolk. And then we add a little bit of healthy fat. Avocados also have great fibers. Building a healthy plate that's protein rich, healthy fats, high fiber are all going to help regulate that blood sugar.
And that's the goal of a diabetes diet, minimizing the symptoms and complications as a result of high blood sugar.
I always say you want at least half of your choices to be whole grain, high fiber. Prioritizing that protein is really going to help possibly prevent diabetes altogether and reverse it.
Nora says these tips can apply to everyone seeking a healthy diet. So what should we stay away from to keep diabetes at bay? Carbs? Sugar?
It's not only the sugar that's underlining, but it's also the fat content and then the high calorie, that again, all of that is going to put us at risk for, any chronic disease such as diabetes.
Even those with diabetes can enjoy delicious food at Fiesta. Nora has a recommendation.
The kebabs, and they also sometimes may have the peppers in there, so you got the protein, you got the fiber, and that is going to keep you very full and satiated.
That's good enough for Steve, who says he has a plan to stay on track.
I've worked Fiesta, and I go Fiesta, I get corn, I get a nice sausage on a stick, and I'm good.
Stefania Jimenez, KSAT 12 News.
A turkey leg will also be another healthy option. You can take a quiz to learn your risk for developing diabetes. We have a link to that on our website. And if you don't have health insurance, we also have other information to help you manage the disease. It's 6:22 and 54 degrees. Up next, a warning for parents taking their kids to Fiesta events. Why those flashy Fiesta medals and trinkets and toys that light up could actually be dangerous. Well, as families participate in Fiesta, those colorful light-up medals, necklaces, and toys add up to a lot of fun, but there is a not-so-obvious danger. 12 on your side's Marilyn Moritz explains why one children's hospital is warning parents.
They're flashy Fiesta fun, medals, trinkets, and toys that light up. But it's what you don't see that can be dangerous.
These batteries can be extremely dangerous.
These batteries, look on the back, tiny lithium button batteries about the size of a nickel or smaller. Christus Children says these can be disastrous in the hands of a small, curious child who may accidentally swallow one.
What happens when that battery is lodged in the esophagus is touching that battery, and the battery is in the middle, and it's creating a current. And so it can create a burn.
To show you what can happen, we're going to use this hot dog. We're going to slit it open. This represents a child's esophagus. Then if a child swallows one of these batteries, it can get stuck on the inside. We'll check back on this in a while.
It's been a growing problem. Safe Kids says 2,800 children are rushed to the ER every year after swallowing a button battery. And since 2016, at least 27 children have died. Some manufacturers have taken action. We found these Duracells that have a bitter-tasting coating on them.
It's been about 2 hours, so let's check the hot dog. Look inside. You can see that button battery has had a chemical reaction. It is charred, and it will do the same thing inside a child's throat.
If you just even suspect that they swallowed a button battery, then immediately to the ER they should go.
Beyond Fiesta, these batteries are in all kinds of things. Safety advocates urge parents to be sure the battery compartment requires a screwdriver to open it. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
Oh my gosh, that visual. Thank you, Marilyn. 6:27 and 53 degrees. Up next on GMSA, why a program that's meant to crack down on violent crime throughout the city of San Antonio is getting mixed reviews from neighbors. Good morning. Happy Sunday at 6:30. It's April 21st, and we're wearing sweaters at the end of April after, Sarah, it was like 90 degrees at one point this week and like 90% humidity.
No, thank goodness for a cold front, right? Not only did it bring us the cooler air, it brought us some rain last night,
And the rain kind of really happened later, not really disrupting those earlier evening Fiesta festivities. So like maybe some good sleep weather.
Yeah, and I do have to mention that some people did see some hail, particularly in northern Bexar County and near New Braunfels. And if you did, Make sure to take note of the date and the time that it fell, because for insurance purposes, those kinds of things. But again, we get to enjoy the nice cool weather now because of that front. Take a look at the state of Texas. Oh my goodness, it's 39 degrees in Amarillo. It's 48 in Abilene. It's 53 in Dallas and 52 in Junction. Here in San Antonio, it's 54. Down in Brownsville, though, it's still 78. So that front has yet to move through Brownsville and the Rio Grande Valley. 55 in Kennedy, 53 in Gonzales, 52 in LaGrange, and you can see a big temperature difference in Corpus Christi at 67, so about 13 degrees cooler here in San Antonio. More Fiesta festivities today. Taste of New Orleans continues. It'll be from noon to 10 p.m. at the Sunken Gardens, and you can see temperatures are going to be on the cooler side, a high temperature of 68. It's going to be one of those days where you should probably dress in layers, because out in the sunshine it shouldn't feel too cool, but in the shade it definitely will. And then by the evening it'll be in the 50s, so dress in layers. As we look at the weather headlines for the next few days, today cool, breezy. We'll see wind gusts of up to 30 miles per hour and pleasant today. Tomorrow, low humidity, great weather for the river parade. I'll have your river parade forecast coming up. And then for the rest of Fiesta, only spotty rain chances. So yesterday was our best chance for rain during Fiesta festivities. In the week ahead, it'll be isolated. We'll talk about this, and I'll show you some of those pictures of the hail that fell coming up in just a bit.
Sarah, thank you. Nearly a week after he drowned, the body of missing 19-year-old Ronio Alejandro Rojas Pereira was recovered from Canyon Lake this weekend. Pereira drowned last Sunday evening after the tube he was on drifted towards a water intake. His friends and family that were with him tried everything they could to rescue him, but they weren't able to save him. He disappeared in the Overlook Park area of Canyon Lake, which the Army Corps of Engineers says is not open for public swimming. And a program to crack down on violent crime throughout the city of San Antonio is getting mixed reviews from neighbors who live in one of those so-called crime hotspots. The program, which just completed its first year, has been praised by Police Chief William McManus and others. But as Katrina Weber shows us, not everyone is sold on the success.
Strolling through his neighborhood, John Jefferson may have a lot on his mind, but he says crime isn't necessarily one of those things.
And you feel safe there now?
Yes, I do.
Jefferson lives in the 1300 block of Rigsby Avenue, one of more than 100 areas San Antonio police identified as hotspots for violent crime. To combat the problem, SAPD put a new strategy into effect last January, designed by researchers at UTSA. Phase 1 had police making a big push to increase their presence in those areas.
You can't argue with those results.
Chief William McManus says he likes what he sees so far, violent crime numbers going down.
I think it's getting better.
Jefferson says he also has noticed a change from how things used to be.
There was a whole array of things. You had people throwing guns away. You had people drug dealing.
To Virginia Rangel and others, though, it's just a different day with the same problems.
On a daily basis, there's a policeman there. He's called for some reason, maybe drugs, murder, shooting.
Neighbors say these bullet holes are just a visual representation of what they had been seeing in this area, gunfire on a regular basis.
So you would say this area is kind of a hot spot, like for crime?
Yes, for sure. I would agree with that.
She says more still needs to be done. In fact, police plan to keep it going, targeting this area with phase 2 of the program. Among other things, it will tackle the causes of the crime. Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Katrina. And construction on 1604 and I-10 continues. Closures in that area started Friday night and will reopen at 5 tomorrow morning. Check out our website or app for a full breakdown of those closures and detours. Former President Donald Trump's hush money criminal trial shifts to opening statements tomorrow, followed by the start of witness testimony. A jury of 7 men and 5 women, plus 6 alternates, was picked last week. The witnesses include a porn actress, a former tabloid publisher, and Trump's former fixer and lawyer, Michael Cohen, who went to federal prison for his role in the hush money matter and for other crimes, including lying to Congress. The prosecutor forewarned prospective jurors that they have what you might consider to be some baggage. And the number of high school seniors applying for financial aid is down significantly this year. Only 37% of soon-to-be high school grads have submitted FAFSA info so far. That's down from 50% this time last year, according to the National College Attainment Network. Students must file that info in order to be eligible for federal grants and loans, as well as financial aid from states and other schools. The report also shows a decline in FAFSA submissions along students at lower income schools and schools with higher minority populations. May 1st is the deadline to file FAFSA information. Well, Earth Day is coming up and on Monday, and whether it's birds, squirrels, or possums, you could very likely stumble across some baby animals near your home. So what do you do if you can't find their mom? SA Live's Jen Tobias-Strusky takes us to Candalia, north of San Antonio, where they are rescuing 10,000 animals every year.
I think squirrels have fun.
Spring means it's baby season. For native wildlife, that is. And as you can see here at the Wildlife Rescue and Rehabilitation Center in Candalia, the infant squirrels had taken over.
Babies did come a little bit early this year, probably just because there was a good food source out there for the moms. This time of the year specifically, we get a lot of babies who are orphaned. They've fallen out of nests, a cat or a dog has picked them up, and so a lot of times they just have gotten away from mom, and so they come in here and just finish their rehabilitation with us. Injuries a lot of times are if they're caught by dogs or cats, hit by cars, just getting in bad situations with humans. So.
When Olivia feeds her, she holds her up against her chest and then syringes her, and it seems to stabilize her, maybe. But yeah, she's a precious little baby.
This team of employees and volunteers is working around the clock to provide care for some fun furry friends. Some of them have it worse than others.
So he's got spinal trauma, so his back legs just don't work, but he climbs around very, very well. Come on, buddy, you come up. But he might not answer him. He's usually not wanting to talk, but yeah, he's really, really cool.
This is just one of many different rooms here at the animal hospital. Check out the baby opossums. They're also getting plenty of attention and care.
It's just so wonderful when you get a little baby in that eyes and ears are closed and don't have a lot of fur, and you can feed them and they grow and thrive, and then you get to release them back into the wild so that they can be the wild animal that they were born.
The animal hospital stays busy this time of the year, and many people don't even know this center exists.
We're one of the best kept secrets. Unless you've actually rescued an animal or brought them to us, typically not a lot of the general public knows that we even exist.
And for the hundreds of animals that stay here and live out the rest of their lives, it's simply for one reason: they can't go back into the wild.
Many of them have come from laboratory settings. We have macaque monkeys, spider monkeys, coyotes, bobcats, mountain lions, black bears, a lot of birds, water birds. We have red-shouldered hawks. So just a number of different animals. I mean, 430 is quite a lot. We have capuchin monkeys. So it's a lot. What makes Texas a very special place is not just the people or the places, it's also the surroundings, the natural habitats, the environment, and the animals are a big part of that. And so we're one of the only organizations that really focuses on the rescue and rehabilitation and re-release of native Texas wildlife. And I couldn't think of anything better to do on a daily basis.
The Wildlife Rescue and Rehabilitation Center is always accepting donations, and volunteers are welcome. For SA Live, I'm Jen Tobias-Strusky.
Thank you, Jen. At 6:40 and 53 degrees still ahead on GMSA. How a local track star is looking to defend her state titles again this year, following an outstanding performance this weekend. 53 degrees on April 21st. Big difference in what we've been experiencing the last couple of days. That cool front came in with that rain last night. But what are our rain chances this week for Fiesta? Sarah Spivey will let us know when we come back. Some cloudy weather pushed up the start time for regional track meets all over our area this weekend. But one thing that remained the same was Randolph's Taylor Nunes dominating in the 100 and 200 meter races. She qualified for state in both races and will be looking to defend her titles again this year. Then in the 3A 400 meter race, Lytle's Calissa Sevier pushed to the end to finish second and qualify for state. But at the end of the meet, it was Randolph girls who came away with another regional title. Our Nick Mantis was there, and Nick, Taylor Nunes just can't be beat.
Kind of hard to describe exactly how dominant Taylor Nunes is when she takes the track. But to put it in perspective for you, before she went out and won the 100 and the 200, they announced that she already holds the meet record in both races. But when speaking with Taylor, that's the type of stuff that doesn't really matter to her.
Worrying about records and things like that isn't always my goal. It's just going out there and just doing my best and just knowing that I've worked so hard to get here already and I have nothing to prove. I just have an amazing team around me that always just shows me support no matter what. And they're never, anything I do, they're always there for me and they're always happy for me. We're coming to get it, and I mean, we have proved ourselves, and you know, we're a challenge every time we get to the track, and everybody should know that. Don't get comfortable. Just know that everybody's coming to get us. We're the target. We have a target on our back. You know, the first year we won state, everybody was happy. The second year they respect us, and you know, this year everybody's after us and they want to come get us.
So now Taylor and everybody else who qualified for state today will have a nice week off to relax before that first weekend in May for the state meet up in Austin. In Seguin, Nick Mantis, back to you.
Thank you, Nick. Good luck, girls, at state. Love seeing that representing San Antonio.
Definitely love that. You know what we don't love, though? Hail. And there were areas that got hail yesterday, Sarah. We have some pictures, though, sent in from our KSAT Connect viewers. Yeah, this is in the Stone Oak area, and you can see we got anything from about dime-sized hail to about quarter-sized hail in the Stone Oak area. But then mainly up near Timberwood Park, that's where we had the largest of the hail. You can see this was golf ball sized hail, and I love the comment here. It says, thank goodness it only lasted a few minutes. That's exactly right. So if you live in that Timberwood Oak area, just make sure that you write down the time. It was around midnight 30 last night that we saw some of that hail. This is in Timberwood Park, quarter-sized hail. And then this is the Creekside area of New Braunfels around 12:45 a.m. So those were the areas that saw decent amount of hail. Here they are on the map too. Now some of us around San Antonio saw smaller sized hail, but it was really these areas up near Bulverde, Timberwood Park, even near Stone Oak there that you can see we had some hail reports, and then out toward New Braunfels, but mainly on the west side of New Braunfels, so closer to Dittlinger, you can see some of that hail reports as well. But this was all the result of a cold front that moved through, brought some good rain. Here's a look at those rainfall amounts. Anywhere you see the green, that's about 3/4 of an inch to 1.5 inches of rainfall. So many areas got healthy rain. There were some, though, that missed out on the healthier rain, and that includes Northwest Bexar County. You can see that Northwest Bexar County really only received a couple of 1/10 of an inch of rainfall from Leon Springs till Bulverde. Bulverde got the hail, but not really the heavy rainfall amounts. And then you can see right around downtown San Antonio, some decent rain fell as people were wrapping up their Fiesta festivities. About 1.5 inches of radar estimated rain. Really, the south side of Bexar County saw some good rainfall. Take a look near Palo Alto. About almost 2 inches of rainfall for the Palo Alto area. And again, generally anywhere you see the green, that was about 3/4 of an inch to 1 inch, 1.5 inches of much needed rain. Rain chances kind of go away. I mean, we have a few opportunities for isolated rain later on this week, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, but I really don't anticipate much of an interruption to your Fiesta festivities for the remainder of the week. That was our best chance for rain. And it's all because of this front that moved through. The front has yet to move through the Rio Grande Valley. We've got dry air kind of moving in place with this high pressure system. That dry air is going to be with us tomorrow for part of Tuesday. That high then will move off to the east, and as it does so, our air is going to turn around to the southeast. We're going to have winds from the southeast bringing in that Gulf of Mexico moisture, and it will definitely be humid again by about Wednesday morning. So as you look at your humidity forecast, nice and dry today, tomorrow pleasantly dry Tuesday, but then definitely humid Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday as we head into the weekend. As we look at your KSAT 12-hour forecast, 60 degrees at noon. The winds are going to be breezy today. We'll see sustained winds 15 miles per hour, but a few gusts of up to 25, 30 miles per hour. High temperature of 68 degrees this afternoon. And then later on tonight, it is going to be chilly with temperatures falling into the 50s after 9 o'clock. So if you have outdoor plans, make sure to bring the light jacket with you. Here's a look at forecast highs. 68 in San Antonio, 71 in Del Rio, 62 in Rock Springs, 64 in Kerrville. The average high this time of year is 81, so it's going to be much cooler than that. Around the San Antonio metro area, highs only in the upper 60s. A nice day tomorrow with a high temperature of 73. That's after a morning low where it's going to be chilly in the morning tomorrow, near 50 degrees. So you'll want the jacket tomorrow morning. You won't need it in the afternoon, 73. Low humidity as NIOSA begins, but it'll become humid again Wednesday, and then only a few isolated showers and storms possible during Battle of Flowers and Flambeau. So not really super concerned about rain ruining those plans for Fiesta.
Okay, so outfits for River Parade, maybe jeans, long sleeve, light jacket.
I mean, you could even get away with a t-shirt because it's still going to be 73.
You can wear your hair down. Your makeup's going to last. Battle of Flowers and Flambeau, hair up, shorts, t-shirt.
Humid.
Yeah. Okay, 6:51 and 53 degrees. Up next, tennis legend Serena Williams stars in an upcoming video game, plus some great news for Super Mario fans. Take a look at these lotto numbers. Pick 3, 831, Fireball 9, Daily 4, 5891, Fireball 8.
Cash 5, 7, 23, 25, 28, 34. Lotto Texas 19, 33, 35, 39, 48, 49. Remember that apparently, kid? Well, here's the Powerball. 4, 35, 41, 48, 58, 25. Power Play 3. Good luck.
Serena Williams donned a motion capture suit for Top Spin 2K25, bringing the tennis star's serves and play style to the game. Top Spin 2K25 hits the court April 26th on Steam, PlayStation, and Xbox consoles, with early access editions of the game available to play on the 23rd. Mario breaks stuff. Previously a Japanese exclusive, Wrecking Crew 98 finds the plucky plumber in an action puzzle game playable now with a Nintendo Switch Online membership. Mind the Gap, Metro Simulator 2 is now arriving on Xbox after being available on PC and Switch. The subway sim puts players at the controls of the underground from rush hour to lighter travel times. The train pulls into the station April 24th. Riding on the Metro in Hollywood, I'm Rick Damagella.
Well, Fiesta is far from over. Lots of events happening this upcoming week. Right now, on our website, you can find info about medals, giveaways, Fiesta events, parade routes as well. Just take out your phone, open the camera app, and scan this QR code. It's going to take you to our Fiesta events section of our website.
Got a lot of medal giveaways coming up this week. Make sure to pay attention to that. Temperatures, chilly. It's in the 50s. 54 in San Antonio, 50 in Kerrville, 48 in Rock Springs, 59 in Del Rio. New Braunfels, good morning. You had some hail last night. It's 53 degrees. Looking at today's forecast, we're only going to get up to about 68 this afternoon. We will see a little bit more sunshine, though, this afternoon. North winds at 10 to 20, gusting up to 30, and then it'll be chilly this evening with temperatures dipping back down into the 50s. By tomorrow morning, only 50 degrees for your Monday morning commute. We're going to have low humidity and a really nice day tomorrow, high of 73. Then low humidity for part of Tuesday, but then by Wednesday it's going to be humid again. Temperatures back into the 80s. Only isolated rain in the forecast this week. So last night was the big show. We're only going to have a few showers and storms possible Thursday through the weekend. And even then it's only a 20% chance. So best weather, I think, for Fiesta. I wish we could do away with that humidity for the whole week, but hey, we'll take what we can get because we know those long summer months are ahead.
I know. I'm going to enjoy wearing a sweater today.
Me too.
Thank you, Sarah. Hey, GMA is next, but we're back here at 8 a.m.